In the flickering lamplight of ancient monasteries, where monks hunched over weathered parchments, a single name sent shivers down spines and ignited a cold terror in the hearts of the faithful: the Antichrist. This wasn't a monster conjured by flickering firelight or a campfire tale whispered to frighten restless children. The Antichrist was a prophecy etched into the very foundation of Christianity, a harbinger of doom whose arrival promised to plunge the world into an abyss of suffering unlike any ever witnessed. The New Testament paints a nightmarish portrait, not of a clash of steel on a battlefield bathed in sunlight, but of a creeping, insidious evil. A soul-sucking miasma, woven from deceit and despair, would seep into the hearts of humanity. Brother would turn against brother, father against son, their minds twisted and loyalties fractured under the malevolent influence of the Antichrist. This wasn't a war fought with swords and shields, but a battle for the very essence of what it means to be human, a primal struggle waged on the battleground of the soul. The world would writhe under the Antichrist's tyrannical grip, a prelude to the cataclysmic end, a descent into a fiery abyss that promised eternal damnation for those who succumbed to its dark allure. But the enigma surrounding the Antichrist was as profound as the terror it inspired. The term itself, whispered a chilling 4 times in the enigmatic book of John, offered no easy answers. It alluded not to a single, identifiable villain, but to a broader concept: anyone who embodied opposition to the teachings of Christ, who sought to lead humanity astray from the path of righteousness and salvation. This ambiguity fueled centuries of speculation, whispered anxieties, and apocalyptic fervor that painted the future in shades of dread. By the turn of the first millennium, the concept had morphed into something far more terrifying. The Antichrist became a singular, nightmarish figure, often intertwined with other monstrous entities from the tapestry of Revelation, like the grotesque second beast. This singular Antichrist took on a horrifying form, a living vessel for Satan himself, a being of pure, unadulterated evil destined to walk the earth and oppose Christ with every fibre of its monstrous being. Legends swirled around its appearance, some depicting a charismatic leader with a silver tongue and eyes that burned with an unholy fire, while others spoke of a grotesque parody of humanity, a creature twisted and deformed, a walking embodiment of sin and decay. Fear escalated to a fever pitch with the association of the number 666. This cryptic number, woven into the fabric of Revelation like a malevolent curse, became the chilling mark of the Antichrist. It was a way to identify the deceiver in the throngs of humanity, a chilling brand that would expose the true nature of the beast lurking beneath a human facade. Whispers turned to terrified pronouncements: the number would be burned into the Antichrist's flesh, a mark so vile that it would recoil from any holy symbol, particularly the sacred crucifix. The very presence of the divine would send the Antichrist reeling, a constant reminder of the monstrous entity it housed and the darkness it sought to spread. The spectre of the Antichrist loomed large throughout history, a monstrous puppeteer pulling the strings of human suffering from the shadows. During the Middle Ages, a specific location was assigned for the Antichrist's arrival: Jerusalem, the holiest city on earth. This belief fueled the flames of the First Crusade, a desperate attempt by Christians to cleanse the Holy Land before the Antichrist could claim it as his own throne, a preemptive strike against the forces of darkness before they could unleash their unholy dominion upon the world. The fear of the Antichrist's imminent arrival hung heavy in the air, a constant reminder of the precariousness of human existence and the ever-present threat of divine retribution. The arrival of the Renaissance further complicated the chilling narrative. With the bitter schism of Christianity into Catholicism and Protestantism, each side turned its accusing finger on the other. The Pope, the leader of the Catholic Church, was branded the Antichrist by some Protestant sects, fueling a religious firestorm that threatened to consume Europe. Accusations flew like poisoned arrows, fracturing the fragile unity of Christendom and plunging the continent into a bloody religious war. The line between righteous opposition and fear-mongering blurred, leaving humanity to grapple with the chilling possibility that the Antichrist might already be walking among them, disguised in the robes of religious authority. Today, the term Antichrist has been tossed around with a carelessness that borders on blasphemy. It's become a weaponized label hurled at unpopular leaders with little regard for its profound religious meaning. However, The number 666 retains its chilling presence, a ubiquitous symbol of evil that continues to pop up in horror fiction and movies, a persistent reminder of the lurking darkness that threatens to engulf humanity. The Antichrist remains a potent symbol in Christian belief, a figure both terrifying and strangely captivating. While its interpretation has evolved over time, it serves as a stark warning of the consequences of straying from the path of righteousness. It's a chilling whisper in the night that continues to send shivers down spines even in the modern age. The Antichrist may be a figure shrouded in mystery, but its message is clear, a terrifying echo in the halls of history, reminding us of the constant battle between good and evil, a struggle that will rage on until the very end of days. But the question that continues to gnaw at the hearts of believers is not just if the Antichrist will rise, but when and how will it happen? Will it be a sudden, cataclysmic Zhor Chushu? Zhor, meaning Zhor Chushu, appearance heralded by fire and brimstone, or a more insidious infiltration, a slow corruption of hearts and minds that leaves humanity numb to the gathering darkness. Some scholars pore over ancient texts, searching for cryptic clues and hidden meanings that might unlock the secrets of the Antichrist's arrival. Others point to the rise of charismatic leaders with troubling agendas, or the increasing moral decay of society, as potential harbingers of the coming doom. Every generation seems to find a new face for the Antichrist, a reflection of their deepest fears and anxieties. The truth, as always, may lie somewhere in between. Perhaps the Antichrist is not a single, identifiable figure, but rather a spirit, a malevolent force that can take root in any human heart. Perhaps the true battle against the Antichrist is not fought on a grand battlefield, but within the hearts and minds of each individual, a constant struggle to resist temptation and choose the path of righteousness. As humanity teeters on the precipice of an uncertain future, the story of the Antichrist serves as a potent reminder. It is a call to vigilance, a warning to stay awake and be prepared. For in the face of ultimate evil, only unwavering faith and unwavering courage can offer any hope of salvation. The Antichrist may be a terrifying figure, but it is also a cautionary tale, a reminder of the power of good to overcome even the most profound darkness.